Welcome to Spot On, where we bring you the best from the world of sports, interesting discussions and analysis that, easy for everyone to understand. And I've got Dayo with me. If you watched our intro video, our very first video, it wouldn't be an alien to you. Passionate Barcelona fan, he called himself. I don't know if he's happy today because they got whooped in the El Clásico.
Yeah, well, you're all welcome to the program. You're all welcome to the podcast. We've said a lot about this podcast. Now it's happening. You need to start listening to us and engage with us. The Clásico, it was a great match for me. Well, I'm happy. Like I said last season, it was a bit of a fluke for me. I never expected what we did last season, winning 4 games against Real Madrid and winning the league, winning domestic treble. It was an amazing season. I believe he outperformed himself last season. I'm talking of Hansi Flick. This season, it's not that bad, honestly. We played really well. We held more of the ball, even though we were not able to utilize every of the chances we had. And believe me sincerely, Real Madrid really wanted it more than us. You can see the way they were jubilating as if they won the Champions League final. So for me, it was a good game. We had injury issues too. We had the likes of Lewandowski injured, Rafinha injured. So it is expected. And nevertheless, we were playing away from home. It's a game we played in Santiago Bernabeu. So it is expected, and it wasn't a woeful loss. Last season, we whooped them 4-0 at home. So what are we talking about? For me, I don't have any worries about the team. I just wanted all the players that are injured to be back, start playing well together, and we start getting results.
So you've made a good point. I'm disappointed you're not disappointed.
Yeah.
But Yamal had a lot to say.
Yeah.
Prior to the game, he talked about, how Real Madrid are, maybe they always have.
But it is true. Everything the boy said is true.
So Barcelona, are Barcelona saints in this scenario? Are they saints? The same Barcelona that played against them. Is it Olympiacos you played and they were basically
but the thing is what you need to put into consideration is who is Olympiacos? That's number one thing. And number two is the fact that are we the referee? We are not the referee, but there are so many conspiracy theories regarding La Liga and Real Madrid. It's not just now. We scored a goal 2 seasons ago. We scored a goal at Santiago Bernabeu, which they did not even count. And there are series of it. So whatever the boy is saying is true. Now I heard so many.
Who is he to come out and basically
he's a concerned player? This is not the first time we are having a player coming out to talk about the bad things Real Madrid are doing to the league. It's not the first player. Piqué talks about this every now and then, about this injustice. Piqué talked about it every now and then. So it's not the first player. And we've heard Real Madrid players complaining all season. Throughout last season, they complained. Throughout last season, each and every one of them, they were crying last season. Yeah, the referee, the Nigeria case, and this and that. So the boy is entitled to express his opinion. And one basic mistake Barcelona players are making is the fact that they think because we had Lionel Messi who doesn't talk, they have different personality, different traits. So you cannot expect Lamine Yamal to be Lionel Messi. They are 2 different people. Ronaldo will come out and say this kind of things. He said lots of things about Ballon d'Or, about Golden Boots, about so many things. And nobody criticized him. But because he's an 18-year-old boy growing up, the star of the moment, talking about this whole thing, you can see it unraveled, it destabilized the whole Real Madrid camp.
Right. So at the end of the day, let's just talk briefly about the game.
Yeah.
2-1, like you said before, not an embarrassing loss.
No.
Madrid are top of the table. Mbappe is flying, he's scoring in every game. Like Alonso said, he's built the team around him, and it's working well.
Yeah.
It's working well. But as a Barcelona fan now, are you concerned that it's too early, but are Madrid going to run away with the league? Is that anything you're at all bothered about this season?
Obviously, as it is, they are playing really well. They are not playing really well, but they are getting the goals. The guys up front, they are really, really very productive, which is really good. I love what he did while he actually signed as Real Madrid coach. I'm talking of Xabi Alonso. He said this team is built on Mbappe. that means he's giving that prominence on Mbappe. You need to understand your place. And you can see the game at the 72nd minute, he removed Vinicius Jr. That is making a statement, and everybody is understanding that the team is built on Mbappe. So all road leads to Mbappe, and that is really, really good for Real Madrid. But at the same time, when you look at the structure of the team, you look at the way they play, you can see that they are not really, really there. They cannot compete with Barcelona in the midfield game yesterday, honestly. If we had a leader striker like Lewandowski yesterday, or even Rafinha, we would have at least win or draw that game yesterday.
So are you saying this season you still don't think Real Madrid and all that, and Barcelona
no, they are
will
not.
still...
They are not. The truth is that they are still going to lose. They are still going to drop points. And I just want us to be fortunate to have our players back and to start playing well, to start winning games. They have Barcelona away from home. They are still going to play Atletico Madrid. You can see the game against Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid beat them 5-2, which shows that the team is having a fundamental problem. But the guys up front, like I said the other time, they are very, very productive, which is good. But when you go to the midfield, even their defense line, there's nothing there. So for me, I'm still very, very optimistic. I'm hoping that this season will bring better out of Barcelona.
So where will Barcelona finish this season?
First, of course, we'll retain the La Liga, obviously.
All right, no problem. Don't forget, Spot on Live airs live on Kosoro Radio every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. I think I'm aware that UK time has now gone backwards.
Yes.
So for people listening from Nigeria, obviously that will be 12 noon now. Yeah. Don't forget to join us at Kosoro Radio and Spot On. We do amazing things. We have an ongoing Fantasy Premier League competition, which this is like the third season running that we're doing it now. First position wins £200, second wins 100, third wins 50, and then we have Manager of the Week for the person who wins the highest or who has the highest point. So, and then they get £20.
Yeah, don't sleep on it. People are winning big time.
People are winning. So stay with us, and by next season, you could be part of this group.
Yeah.
So, well, I think it's time for me to talk about my own darling.
Yeah, let's talk about your wolves.
You see, I'm going to be very honest. I'm going to be very straightforward.
Yeah.
There's a truth that every Chelsea fan needs to realize. It's ridiculous. The bunch of players we've put together haven't spent all that money. Dayo, I'll be very realistic with you. I look at our squad.
Yeah.
You were having a conversation with me the other day, and you talked about how you think Maresca is a very brilliant coach, which I agree with.
Yeah.
He's making the best out of
the material he's got.
Yeah. But look at the squad we are churning out. They are bang average. Yeah. Average at best.
Yeah. You know, we said this about building a team. When you've built a team, when you've had players that are really good, you need to buy players that are already there, that they are standard 100%. Players. Yes.
Every time I said it every weekend, Dayo, I was clamoring for signings like Antoine Semenyo, Eberechieze, Kudus. Players like this will automatically lift the team. Yeah. The physicality, the technicality in a team. Now, our team is basically, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's due to the injury. Yeah. How many players are injured now? Cole Palmer and Cole Will, and we are in trouble. Yeah. Where's the squad depth?
You know, it's a question Maresca needs to ask the board. It's a question they need to sit down and ask themselves. Because when you look at the Chelsea team, they have a bunch of average players. Even talking about Cole Will, I mean, let's go to the defense line. That's bring one world-class player.
Not at all.
The only person we can actually argue about that is really, really there that would probably fit in any team right now is maybe Cucurella.
No, Dayo. Let's get something straight. Fullbacks are different from centre backs. If we're talking of fullbacks, Reece James.
I'm even talking of the old defense line.
Reece James and Cucurella. We can say they can start for any decent, any top team in the world.
But when you look at the centre backs, what are we talking about?
Chaloba, Tosin, Achimpong, even Cole Will. None of them are at the level
of... Should you talk about Badiashile?
I mean, so these are the issues. These players are good for mid-table clubs at
Yeah.
best, and that's the problem. Look at
Yeah.
that awful defending when we consider that second goal.
Yeah.
Dayo, you've seen me play
Yeah.
in Chaloba's position.
Yeah.
What would I do?
You'll probably do a Chaloba.
But
You'll probably do a
the
Chaloba.
summary of it is, I don't even blame Maresca, and Chelsea players need to understand it. Games we've won this season, fine, we've played some amazing football,
Yeah.
but there hasn't been that convincing win.
Yeah.
We are lacking the creativity of Cole Palmer. Anytime we play a team that's playing a low block, it's so easy
Yeah.
for them to play against us. Even Chelsea are not considering using our fullbacks to overlap
Well,
and things like that.
the thing is, we still need to allow this guy to get his players back. It's so difficult.
How many
especially
players,
No,
Dayo?
no, we are
How
talking-
many
we are-
players?
We are talking about Cole Palmer. We are talking about Delap. We are talking about this kind of players lift the team. The truth is
The
that
only player
I mean-
we
I
are
mean-
waiting for, Dayo, is Cole Palmer.
Yeah, look at the creativity of that team. And I told you this before that Yao Pedro it doesn't really flourish
No.
on his own. It needs another player to combine with.
He-
That is when you see his
He's a
genius.
striker, and
Yeah.
he has not played a shot on goal in 6-7 games.
Because he won't. He's never in that position to score goals. That is it. He's always coming back to get the ball. That is the kind of player he is. And I told you that the best time you see Joao Pedro play is when he's playing 4-4-2. Let's assume that Delap is back, Delap is up front, and Pedro is with him. You will enjoy Pedro. You will see him and you enjoy the game he's playing because he's there to provide assists, to dribble, to make contact, to pass the ball around, which is really good for the team. But putting Joao Pedro as the main striker, you don't really see him. You don't. I've studied his game times down number, but at the same time, like I said the other time, Maresca is doing the very best he can for that team. I saw the game against Ajax, and you can see that yes, when you're talking about a manager who knows what he's doing, Maresca knows what he's doing.
I mean,
but he needs to get his player back.
I don't want to sound like a broken record or too pessimistic. I mean, I will continue to not keep my hopes up high until I start to see us maybe perform consistently well for several weeks. But against Ajax, I'm sorry to say, the game was made easier for us with the red card.
With the red card, of course.
Without that red card, it might be a game we would have won.
Yeah.
But we might have struggled a little bit.
But-
I know Ajax have been woeful.
But it's not just about Ajax. I mean, look at the game against Liverpool. Yes, Liverpool are a wounded lion. They are not playing well. They are this and that. But when you still look at that game, you still look at the kind of substitution he's making. You still look at how Chelsea kept on attacking to the very last moment.
Yeah.
Then you see that the manager is doing something right. He's definitely doing something right. So you just need to give him his players back. Let him get his players back. January transfer window is coming. Chelsea definitely needs to get his centre back.
Till when?
Definitely.
Till when?
Definitely.
Keep signing. I'm sure we'll be going for a 21-year-old that's
Yeah.
unproven from
And
Germany.
this is exactly what I'm talking about. Barcelona lost against Real Madrid, probably the best team in the world. Chelsea lost against Sunderland, a team that has just come to the Premier League.
Anyway, nevertheless, don't forget that we are sponsored by Kosoro Radio, of course. Make sure you download the mobile app from Apple Store, Google Play Store. When you talk about Kosoro Radio, you can enjoy the best from Afrobeat music. We have Kosoro Afrobeat, we have Kosoro Africa. There are so many things to enjoy, interesting programs, and of course your favorite Spot On Kosoro Radio, where we bring the best from the world of sports. Dayo will always say where we bring sports that are spot on, isn't it?
Yeah, banger.
Yeah, of course. Let's go home a little bit.
Yeah.
Talk about the Nigerian national
Yeah.
team. We've given ourselves a bit of hope with at least we have a playoff competition or a playoff, and then we'll go to the intercontinental playoffs to get to the World Cup.
Yeah.
When we were having our program a few weeks ago, you said some things that I felt were fascinating, and these were the truth.
Yeah.
This Nigerian national team don't deserve to go to the World Cup.
That is the truth. We don't deserve to be in the World Cup. We don't. We kept on talking about the fact that we had to change manager and this and that. Whether we change manager or not, there are some games that we should never lose. Went to Zimbabwe, that draw, no, lost the game against Zimbabwe.
Drew Lesotho.
Yeah, we lost to Benin Republic at home, away from home. I mean, these are games that even without any manager sitting on the bench, the calibers of players we have should get us a win. And that's exactly the point. We don't have like a leader in that team. The only person that you can see that is really, really lifting the team at every point in time
is Victor Osimhen.
Is Victor. That is the only person that you can see that is lifting the team. Other players, whether they don't have that zeal to play, they don't have that passion to play, you really don't see it in them that they want to win. I mean, they should sit down and talk to themselves. We need to go to the World Cup. We kept on talking about the fact that we have players, we have great talent, which we do. I mean, look at the current African Footballer of the Year. It's from Nigeria. The past one is from Nigeria. And you kept on thinking about the fact that we still cannot produce a stellar performance. I mean, the game against Benin Republic, yes, we won 4-0. But when you still look at the team play, sometimes you still feel like, God, this team will never go out there and defeat Portugal. They will never go out there and compete against England. And with the caliber of players we have, we need to start competing in that right sense. Now, I said something about the fact that they need to sit, talk, and tell themselves that we need to go to the World Cup. Victor Osimhen is probably 26 or 27 years old. Ademola Lookman, 26 or 27 years old. Check their ages. You can see that in the next World Cup we'll be playing, most of them are already 31, 32. And they don't even have that. So it should be a thing of passion to want to compete in the greatest competition.
It's easy, Dayo, to always point at fault here and there and not probably provide a solution. I think personally, and I've always said it, when there are issues like this, you go back to the roots. You know, where exactly is this problem coming from? When you look at the NFF, it probably stems from there. I personally believe that any country that doesn't have a solid home-based football, grassroots football, we struggle at stages like this. Nigeria does not have that. Fine, we are producing talent, but the truth is, if we're not succeeding at the grassroots, if we don't develop our grassroots football, this will continue to be a thing going forward. We will continue to struggle at these big stages. Fine, we are getting... Look at countries that excel. When Brazil were the creme de la creme, when they were doing really well, look at the players that emerged from their grassroots football. Talking about Spain as well, you know better about this.
But the thing is, I completely understand the fact that we need to build our grassroots football. Yes, no doubt about that. But the thing is, or one thing we need to look at is the fact that when you look at the last tournament, the last World Cup tournament that we watched, Argentina, when you look at the old team, first 11, they all play abroad. But one thing is certain with that team is the passion. You can see the passion there. And that is the point. That is the point I'm trying to make. See, it will be so difficult. It will be so difficult considering the commercialization of the league, considering the popularity of the game now, that our manager, the Nigerian manager, is now picking a player from home based, from maybe a Yimba to start when we are playing the World Cup qualifier. It's almost impossible. But the thing is that we need to have like a better structure. We need to start a project. Right now, Nigeria, we have not started any project. What do I mean by that? We started the World Cup tournament. They fired the Portuguese manager and they brought in Finidi. Was it Finidi, Georgia? What team has Finidi managed? And you expect him to manage players that are playing abroad that are earning way more than him. So it is a bit dicey. We need to have a proper structure. This manager that we have, I believe that he's going to do well. But look at it now. If he doesn't make it to the World Cup,
he will be fired.
And they will bring a Munike from one place. That one will come and spend 6 months. They will fire him again. That we don't have that structure. We need a structure. We need a plan. Let us. Look at the Portuguese team. They won the Euro. After winning the Euro, they won the UEFA Nations Cup. After winning the UEFA, you can see the progression. You can see that the team is playing well. They are better because they stuck to a plan. After the World Cup, they fired the Fernando Santos, their manager. They fired their manager. They brought in Martinez. Martinez started using his players, started playing his players. Everybody kept on complaining, Ronaldo is the problem. I was part of people who complained about Ronaldo. Now look at Ronaldo now, how he has actually fit into the team. Because there's the structure, there's the plan. And their goal is to go to the next World Cup and win it. And that is exactly what we need. We need a structure, we need a plan. And we need to stick with that plan no matter what.
Absolutely. Well, you've given interesting points. I will still stick to the points that we need to look at the NFF as well. We need an overhaul in that department. I heard some news a few days back that there had been allocation of funds to the NFF that was supposed to use for the development of football in all stages. But what the funds has been used for, we do not know. But at the end of the day, like you said, the fault is not just with the board. It's with the players as well. They need to galvanize themselves. If you call yourself a talent, a good player, I mean,
you need to show it for your team, for your country, and that is the main reason why I felt we don't even deserve to go to the World Cup. Believe me, we don't. We don't need. There's nothing we are going to the World Cup to do. We are only going there to embarrass ourselves. Now, what the Super Eagles are known for is raising people's hope. They will put up that hope a little bit.
I mean, every night.
You will see it now against. Are we playing Gabon or Congo?
I think we're playing Gabon or Pamilerin country.
I mean, they just need to perform. They need to play. They need to put that passion in place. Well, and with a better structure.
Every Nigerian has been living on hope. It's not a new thing. If the hopes are dashed, we go again. So, but of course, that will be it on this episode with myself and Dayo. Join us next time for an interesting one. Cheers.
Yeah, thank you so much.